Coach, just starting off with the quarterbacks, what did you see from each one of those guys, and did each get time with the first team? Kind of how did that work this afternoon?
Yeah, so we had a rotation set up. They didn't each get time with the first team, but both Grayson and Bryce did. So we kind of went 50-50 with Grayson and Bryce with the ones, and Jacob went 2 racks with the 3s, but then we let Jacob go with the 2s during a couple periods as well. But Grayson and Bryce both kind of did expected. You know, I want Bryce to manage the huddle a little better, be more efficient, get the call out, get to the line faster. I think Grayson's doing a nice job of managing the huddle right now, and the call and executing the play. He's got to be a little more mobile in the pocket, got to be able to create a little bit more and get out of there and make some throws. They both led the offensive units down and scored at times. You know, Jacob was probably, for him, it was his first chance to really go in the stadium in a live situation. He was a little nervous early, but as he progressed, he did some good things. He made some throws. You know, the 3s, I think, had 2 or 3 big plays on the 3 defense, but we also had some wideouts out there with the 3s. I know Riley Ridley and Shakiri Wilson both made good plays with the 3s, and they got on top of the 3 DBs, let's just say that. So the 3s made a couple explosive plays with Jacob in there. But, you know, I think we've got to improve at that position. I think we've got to help the guys at that position with the way we call it and help them out getting in and out of the huddle and be more efficient with that kind of thing. But, you know, we didn't have a lot of sloppy center quarterback exchanges, which happens sometimes. We didn't have a whole bunch of delay of games. But those are the things you worry about in the first scrimmage organizationally.
You said, Kirby, you said you want to help them get out. You're talking about the quarterbacks or the receivers?
I'm talking about the quarterbacks, getting in and out of the huddle, communication, wristbands, signaling, all the different semantics that we got to do a better job of. And we try to simulate that in practice, but it's always easier to yell over there from the sideline when you can't do that in a real game. So it makes it a little bit tougher for the communication. And I enjoy being out there as the head coach, standing by the huddle. I'm listening to the words coming out of their mouth. I know if they're enunciating it right, and if the O-line's hearing it, and the receivers are getting out of there, and there's mass confusion at times, we can't have it. So as coaches, we got to do a better job of making it easier for them so they can be successful, and they've got to do a good job of getting that word out and getting it out of the huddle fast enough so we don't have these delayed games in the different situations. They kill your drives. They make it hard to run the ball when you're starting off 1st and 15.
How's Bryce responded in terms of that challenge you gave him a couple weeks ago?
You know, I think he's tried hard. I think he's trying to be a better leader and command the huddle. You know, I would reserve judgment until I see everything on film that he did today to know. But I know that when he's in there, he's got to command the presence. He's got to lead the huddle a little bit better and do a better job of getting us in and out of the huddle. That's what Grayson does best right now.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The fact that Jacob's not getting any reps with the 1s yet, is that representative of the mountain he has to climb on being a true freshman and trying to compete?
Right, and right now, obviously, the young man has a great arm talent, but sometimes arm talent can get you in trouble if you make poor decisions. And we're trying to make sure he's doing the right progression, doing the right check, and throwing the ball to the right place. You know, he's had several times that he threw it the wrong place, but he made a hell of a play. You know, you don't want to take that out of the guy. You don't want to overcoach the guy, and I think Coach Chaney does a great job. I sit in some of those meetings, and he tells him that, hey, look, this is not really where you're supposed to do it, but you did a great job. So as he earns that, he'll get a chance, hopefully, to move up and get a chance with the 1s. But right now, when he goes with the 2s, like he had a session today, I think, where he went 2s on 2s during 3rd down, and they executed, made some plays, made some throws in there. Now, I'll say this, he's going with the 2s, but the wideouts, because we have to go fast, we roll guys in there. So, I mean, he completes the ball to Terry, he completes the ball to Reggie. I mean, some of those guys were 1 wideouts, so he's throwing to some 1 wideouts in there and making some plays. But it's mostly the 2 O-line and the 2 D-line when he's in there.